So I did a poll a while ago and everyone voted for Anne. I reviewed Anne and now it's time to talk about the other game in that poll since I always had the intention of covering both games. Catgirl. Catgirl is a RPGMaker shitpost of a game. Its narrative is one that does not take itself seriously. I think this is like a satire on those RPGs where for 90% of the game it's all cutesy and fun and rainbows and sunshine. The last 10% of the game is you killing the god of set universe. I don't know. You play as a cat girl who had his friend talking dog kidnapped, and so you set yourself on a rescue mission to save your best friend for life. Mop. Oh, you also meet some weirdos in the meantime. I honestly don't even know where to begin with this shit, but before I say anything, let it be known that I like this game. I really do. This feels like a shitpost in the best way possible, and I'm all in for it. It knows when to pull funny shit and when to be slightly serious. You know what? Let's start with the journey itself. This game takes you to multiple zones in this overview. Sometimes you might come across enemy encounters or other villages you can explore. They're not big areas, but they're filled to the brim with strange looking characters that do the weirdest stuff or simply exist, or simply they don't know where they are. It's pretty detailed for what it's worth. I've seen prettier pixel art in other games, but honestly it's serviceable. I find it fun how the idle animation for Catgirl is just a 1,000-yard stare. That pretty much sums up this entire game. Yeah, this game has combat, and it's probably the most nothing burger aspect of this entire game. At the start of the game, it is kind of serious with its combat, but after a certain point, there is no point in ever having combat, which is strange to me. It actually becomes a game of dodging powerful attacks, so you take less damage, but if that's all you're going to do, then why not design a bullet hell game? I also don't like that the game forces you into unwinnable situations only for the game to activate its quirknometer and basically almost kill the enemy for you. You still have to deal the killing blow, and at that point, why am I here? And why the system even remotely exists? I don't know. On the other hand, I don't know, Quirk Chunk is active on my screen, I clapped and pissed myself laughing. But this lame ass combat system isn't the only thing this game has in terms of gameplay, it also has mini games. At certain points in the game you play a special mini game, so let's go down the list. There's a dance-off between 3 different characters. Fun, and I like me some rhythm gameplay, but I also suffer from my own personal issue of my brain freezing on the spot and not registering one input that I need to push, and then it starts falling apart from there. All that matters is you surviving till the song is over, which is kinda lame, but at the same time I'm glad that's all the requirements. You play Tohu against a big fat giant cat, and against our #1 Twitch donor. If you win, she becomes a helicopter. There's one enemy encounter where you play Plinko, that's cool. There's a minigame where you play a special card game that's kind of fun, and I like it. Probably the best part about this entire game. It is the most in-depth part about this game. It has strategy? Huh? It actually makes me use my brain? Color me surprised, but I welcome this very much. Then for the final boss we play a WarioWare-like minigame. You know, if I had a nickel for every time a game I played had a WarioWare elements or it was just WarioWare, I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it is peculiar that I have 2 nickels in the first place. Maybe I should check out WarioWare. Overall, the gameplay where you play dodge the attack for less damage simulator is lame, but everything else is pretty fun. I think there's nothing to be contested about the soundtrack. It's superb from top to bottom. Generally an amazing OST if I've ever heard one. My 2 favorite songs are the one that plays while you're in Mojo Village. Such a weird ass sounding music, but my ears like it. It's odd and feels offbeat, but yet there's a certain rhythm to it. And the song that plays when you're flying the big fat giant cat. It doesn't have any business to sound this high, and all we do is pilot a flying helicopter cat. And yet it does. Honorable mention goes to Yumi's song. Honestly, I like all of the songs here, adding these to my playlist real quick. In general, every single soundtrack piece fits the character or the scene or the vibe for what it's for extremely well. Characters. These sure are characters. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, these characters are objectively suck ass because they do, but it's like, it's a meme game, one that made me laugh multiple times. So if anything, they fulfill the purpose extremely well. Catgirl looks like she is done with life, you know, like 98% of the game. Even her pixel sprite looks like she's seen things. I want her to quirk me up. There are a variety of NPCs that have some dialogue, which is cute and all. That one guy who's like, "They stole my fucking girlfriend," said the girlfriend is a cardboard cutout and an elf. I know what you are. there's a singer who has fans that glaze the shit out of her. This honestly feels like it's based on something real the developer experienced firsthand, but I don't want to comment much further. Those three characters that are like a band or something, they're cool. Mojo is the best one so far. I mean, it's a big fat giant cat for crying out loud. It also has the best design in the entire game. I like that she eats books and she refers to a library as a grocery store. That's gotta be the best shock in the entire game, no doubt. She's also a fun character on her own. When we started flying her through the sky and she acted like she was a ship sailing the seas and had this sailor portrait to go alongside it. It was actually really cute. Mop is a pretty realized character, all things considered. Like, this dog is our best friend and we go on an adventure to save him because, well, we don't have any cool memories of us having a great time and being great friends. And you know what? That's fucking awesome. I wish I had friends like that. I would love if I had the opportunity to knock up Yumi senseless. Who said that? It'll keep your boner under your pants. There's a mushroom that has a funky song. Mushroom. And let's not forget the final boss, because I forgot her name. But it's good that we defeat by using the power of love and friendship. That's it! This storyline is WFAPS, because Yumi becomes LFAPS, which is the reason being she's actually a brainwashed version of some other bitch I don't care about. Fuck off! Where's my wife? If there's a character that I did not care about, it's the shopkeeper. She's actually brain rotted from the get-go, but I don't know, her mannerisms are so quirky and exaggerated even for me. Take it seriously in a funny comedic way, so most of my time is just spent just blankly staring at the screen. Reading this dialogue makes my brain be cooked alive. Also, the final boss character, don't remember her name, cannot be bothered to check the recording for her name. It's kind of boring. I guess in a world full of zany characters, having one be the serious kind is a bit lame, but it can still work. It just doesn't really, because their motivations are fucking stupid. Yes, master, plaster your face on the entire planet to make sure this world is beautiful like your mom told you it is. The art is super cute as well, and the pixel art is not that bad. The diversity in how characters look in the colors, the way everything is done, where pixelated characters can have a lot of detail. Or a little no detail, it looks better without it. And I think that's it. Catgirl is a pretty unknown game at the moment. No one knows anything about this shit, so this was a blast to play through. This is also the developer's first time, and to that I say I wish you well in your future projects and hope they turn out just as good as this.